Welcome to episode 1 of Full Court Press, hosted and presented by Inside Wolves. I'm Hefe Millie, man. We got Rome, Q, and Juju in the studio. Weekly, we're going to be breaking down that NBA, games, players, and all news from our own perspectives, man. Got a lot to get into. Today, we're going to get into NBA Week 1, Dame time in Milwaukee, and Victor Wembanyama's also anticipated debut, man. We got a lot to go into, but before we do that, man, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications so you don't miss a damn thing. This is Full Court Press. Let's go. All right, y'all. So week 1, NBA has finally come about, man. We got some standings that we want to go ahead and show up here, man. So what's this looking like, the East? I know that ain't the Pacers.
This the Pacers, man. You seen it right? You seen it right? You seen it right? The Pacers, man.
That's the. I also know that's the Magic right up there too.
Yep.
You know the Magic up there. You know it.
Shout out that boy Paolo. Niggas not really watching the Magic games. I tuned in a little bit. I don't know. There's a lot of niggas not watching the Magic.
Who the fuck is hey man, I've been tuning in. You know what I'm saying? They got Markel.
Hey,
I like
both them Wagners. They got them Wagners over there.
Them Wagners.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell niggas, man. Paolo with them Wagners is something to watch, man. They're not going. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Lee, you ain't even mentioned the fact that they got Jonathan Isaac back, bro. Real shit.
They got Jonathan Isaac, that big black nigga, that big black, huh?
That big
black nigga,
okay.
I seen it, bro. I seen it. Now I'm not gonna lie. They probably like I'm not gonna lie. They might finish like 10, but like 10 and 9.
I was about to say.
But I just want to give that disclosure out
right
early. I want to get that disclosure out quick and early just for everybody. This is obviously the big overreaction, but the proper reaction for a first week here. Clearly, there's a lot of basketball to be played. These is just early predictions and statements. Come on,
early.
Now,
I do not predict a Paolo playoff run. I don't do that.
Just got to give the people their props while they, you know what I'm saying? Give them their flowers while they're here, man. Look at them.
Nah, that's crazy.
It's not happening, man. But week 1 was definitely, it was definitely a sight to see. We had a lot of stuff going on, man. We're gonna highlight 2 games every single week, man. And they're gonna be marquee games and matchups that you would want to see and everything. You know what I'm saying? So the first game that we're going to go ahead and, we're going to take a look at is that Lakers versus Denver matchup. Woo! I'm talking LeBron versus the reigning champs out in Denver.
Hey, man.
Good one.
Go ahead and pull these stats up here, man. So Denver got the edge out, 119 to 107. Wow. Starting
early.
Starting the fuck early. Okay. Hey, Denver got the W, 119 to 107. You see the stats here for both teams. Lakers on the left, and then we got the Nuggets on the right, man. So obviously, to highlight, what was that? LeBron 21, 8-5. AD 17, 8-4. We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Yeah. Put a case on that nigga, man.
Tory and Prince, 18 points. I think that nigga he went flawless from that 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Tory and Prince, he's eating his debut, man. He's eating his debut.
Nah, I don't want to hear it. Niggas don't believe in Tory and Prince like I did, because I brought him up like 2 nights ago when niggas was playing 2K and niggas was getting in my ass.
I say he's eating in the debut, man. He's eating in the debut.
Tory and Prince. Nobody expected that. If you bet on Tory and Prince in that sports betting, you definitely came up, nigga. You definitely came up, because ain't nobody expect that. But feel me, it's definitely a good game throughout. Ring night for the Denver Nuggets, man. So they was on one, obviously. Jokic, the big story of the night, man. I mean, what's the 29?
13 and 11.
Come on, man. Doing Jokic things.
What rust? He got off a horse and said, "What rust?"
What rust, man?
Saying? The NBA, basketball is a part-time job for him, bro.
Yeah.
That's the sad part about it, man.
And he's still killing.
Come on, AD. Come on, AD.
We're gonna get into all that, man.
I think this is the year the Austin Reeves experience comes to an end. Sadly, not gonna lie to niggas.
Think so? So early.
I only say this because it was nice seeing Austin Reeves go crazy, But I think now that there's a year's worth of film, a year's worth of experience under him that people can pick apart, it looked like I don't know. It just something is getting to him out there. He's not the same Austin Reeves. I didn't see. I ain't see it. I don't know.
You know what makes me think of that? You know what's the first thing that makes me think of that when you say a statement like that? I said the same thing when it came to Tyler Hero. And what is he doing now? He got a bag. What is Tyler Hero doing now? Yes, he definitely had a decent opener. Even in the second game, he was hooping. Even preseason, he was hooping. But I'm just saying, understanding when it comes to reading who a player is and kind of game planning when it comes to seeing this 6-man who niggas wasn't really prepared for, and they have this good offensive run, whether it be the playoffs, regular season last year, this season coming into, niggas is like, okay, we're not letting that shit slide, bro. We know exactly what the hell you was doing. We're not gonna let, we're not really taking anybody as underdogs. At least that's what I'm seeing, in the beginning of the season. Because niggas know what you was doing last season. Niggas know you was busting their ass with such and such moves. So yeah, niggas are prepared. The niggas that's actually locked in, standing on their shit.
Yeah,
that's why I love the beginning of the season, man.
The bad thing about guys like Tyler Hero and Austin Reeves is when they are impacting your offense the way they should be, they are court cancer. Them niggas aren't playing defense, and if they're not getting it for you on offense, they might as well not be out there. That'd be my thing. Love Austin Reeves, love Tyler Hero game when they're on, but when they're off, it just it brings the team down like bad. So
that's factual.
I don't know.
I mean, look at the stats. What is that? 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. 4 for 15 from the field, or 4 for 11 from the field.
Yeah, 14 points.
14, yeah.
14. Oh, sorry, my fault.
14, 8, and 4.
14, 8, and 4.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck.
14, 8, 4, 2 steals. And he didn't even shoot terribly. He shouldn't shoot great, but he didn't shoot terribly either. Right there. Yeah.
Thing about it for me, man, is it really comes down to just the aggression, man. Where's that same aggression that Austin Reeves had in the playoffs against Denver? And I mean, the last impression that we have of you in the NBA, right, from NBA standpoint, the game standpoint, is you doing what you did in that series against Denver, right? Because he was one of the unsung heroes, and he was one of the reasons why. I mean, granted, they got swept. We know that, right? But we started looking at Austin Reeves, and I'm not gonna. Matter of fact, y'all niggas started looking at Austin Reeves. I'm not gonna include myself in that. Cause I tried to tell niggas, hey, listen, hey, I don't know. I don't know. But the aggression was not there, yo. And we got to see more of that if he's going to be caught up to that, to that starting lineup position and be able to take those reins. Cause nigga, LeBron ain't scoring like he wanted to anymore. He not doing that. Austin Reeves, it's your turn.
Yeah, I definitely want to say the Lakers are playing a real dangerous game here, in my opinion. And it's not just me, but I think most people would say this about romantic relationships, friendships, business relationships. The whole thing, if it's based off of potential, that's a very dangerous game you're playing because the Lakers look good if Austin Reeves steps it up, if D'Lo gets back to how he is, if AD is going to show up that night. That's a lot of ifs, and that's maybe a little too many ifs to win a championship, in my opinion. That's
brought up AD too. I can't wait till when we starting on AD, man.
Oh, AD, yeah.
Hey, man,
I'm glad you brought up AD.
Dangerous
AD. Because that's a hard if. That's an in fact. I'm not going. I'm ready to give up on that if. In fact, I'm giving up on that if. Go ahead, Ward. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you exactly what I watched closely. This is their second game. The Lakers I'm talking about. I seen AD go for 30-12 on 3 steals. Against the Phoenix Suns, who don't have a supreme big, who doesn't have a true rim protector, who doesn't have much defense when it comes to anything in the paint, nor when it comes to on the wing. I see AD getting his fluff points, his scrappy points, this aggression on teams and against guys where the shit don't matter. Nigga, you going against Jokic, nigga, you ain't put up shit in the second half against the Nuggets. You talking about terrible. You circling the date for the calendar, waiting for this opener. Nigga, they just put your ass on front newspaper. AD fraud, big ass fraud. Like, and the thing is, it's like it's cool. Like I said, AD gave against Phoenix. AD also not to just slide on, but the nigga did give him 39 and 11. KD he's doing KD things, but back to AD the fraud. I just don't understand exactly what it is when it comes to his motor of I'm going to show this aggression against these players, and I'm going to kind of hide behind my other teammates against a Jokic or an Embiid, somebody where he really got to strap down in the chair and really, you know what I'm saying, lock in. And it's like the nigga be like kind of frozen, not knowing what to do, looking and depending on Bron, and it's just not looking good, man.
But
it's
I think how
good.
Bron, the way Bron talks about AD, I think the whole organization feels that way, and I think that's had a bad impact on his play. Because whenever you hear Bron talk about it, it's, AD doesn't have anything left to prove. We have full trust in AD. Da 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 da. Y'all need to be an AD that cap. Y'all need to be an AD stoking the fire, telling that nigga, "Hey man, it's still work to be done." Because AD plays like a player who got that ring and he plays like a nigga who thinks he's like a vet and he plays like a nigga who thinks he has nothing left to prove. He doesn't have any motor. He just he's like an already stamped Hall of Famer type player.
I don't get it.
And I don't think he is. So
once he got put in that top 75, that was it.
Top 75.
That was it.
Like, bro, you gotta hustle for them rebounds. You gotta hustle.
Yeah. I got a quick question, man. And this is real quick. When are we gonna start looking at AD the way we looking at James Harden, yo? And I say it from this perspective, bro. Ooh. When it comes to these big games, no. Because when it comes to these big games, listen, AD got a ring with LeBron. AD got a ring with LeBron. He did good. AD got a ring with LeBron. If James Harden and LeBron were together, I would go on the women and say, because LeBron is that great, yeah, I feel like James Harden would have had, especially young James. Yes, I feel like James Harden would have had a ring. But when it comes to big games, AD does not show up, and that shit is frustrating, yo. Why do we question so much? Does AD love basketball? We do the same thing with James Harden, but we don't give AD that same type of flack, do we? Why is that, yo? Like,
I don't think I don't think it's big games so much as it is big games.
It can.
I don't think it's because of the lights of the big games. He doesn't do well against good bigs. Like anyone that has like a decent big man, a nigga that's gonna hustle for some rebounds. AD doesn't really do good. That is a big. No, I say that's a big game, but I'm saying that's more so the reason I see those games.
I'll tell y'all what it is. Y'all remember that clip of that nigga in that locker room?
Oh Lord Jesus!
Okay. That's what it is, man.
Hey, that's where
it
came from.
You saying that's just how he's built. That's just how he's
wired, man. It's the Jalen Greens, the Josh Christophers, the Kai Jones, AD, guys like that. They just built different, man.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you my opinion on why he doesn't get that flack is because of the two things that Lee brought it up, but to add on to it, one, he has a ring. Granted, he did win it with LeBron, yes, but then the second reason is during that entire playoff run where he did get that ring, he was going crazy, and really that entire year anyway, he was going crazy, and so they see that he has the potential to go all the way, whereas James Harden, I don't think he's ever shown the potential to go all the way because he's never gotten to the finals with him being like the lead dog in something like this, or even really second in charge when it comes to stuff like this. Yeah. So AD's really proven that he can do it, but I think that he will start getting flack this year, actually. I think this is the year because they won that in 2020. It's 2023 now, going into 2024. In the bubble. I think that they're at the deadline now. I think this is that year where if
we're 3 years past
that. He starts having those 8 points and 13 rebound games again, shooting 4 for 7. No, it's not going to work. You're not going to slide.
I used to throw in Bale too because I was like, okay, maybe he plays this way to preserve himself or to try to abstain from like getting another injury or something like that. But he just doesn't give. He doesn't care. Like he's just not going for easy boards. He's like there no effort. Like it's hard to watch honestly sometimes.
Well, he couldn't get it done during that Lakers-Denver game, man. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, AD. Next go around, I hope that you can. What other bigs is that? I mean, besides like Joel and Jokic, maybe the Giannis matchup, maybe the Bam matchup.
I'm finna go out on a limb here. I think Victor Wembanyama exposes AD at this point. At this point,
I can see that.
That nigga is pure hustle.
I can see that.
That nigga is pure hustle at 7'4". He might expose AD.
We'll circle that. And we'll definitely come back to it, man.
I don't have one problem.
We'll definitely go ahead and at least for that game, we want to go ahead and highlight the player of that game. no other than Nikola Jokic. I mean, the 29, 13, and 11, you got to respect it.
Indeed.
I mean, first game, ring night, play the game, man. You know what I'm saying? So the second key game that we had, man, the Phoenix Suns and the Warriors. Now, that one, I was more excited about that one. That one, I know that's your squad right there, you know what I'm saying, with KD. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Phoenix Suns 108-104 over the Warriors, man. First look at D-Book and I'm sorry. Well, first look at this new Suns team. We didn't get to see Bradley Beal. We had a back ailment.
That's crazy.
Hope he wasn't hanging out with Dwight. But you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Had to throw that in there, yeah. Well, feel me, yo. D-Book went crazy. 32, 6, and 8. KD doing KD things at 18 and 10 on his cool shit. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about this game?
Hey man, I'll just spitfire real quick, seeing as how this is my team. Game one. Was I excited? Was I surprised? 50-50. I tell you this because I know Book can do what Book does. I've seen Book do this against the Golden State Warriors team, who is not good defensively, undersized. So it wasn't really necessarily surprising. Also, KD, he got 18, grabbed 10 boards. He had a couple of assists. I'm not really surprised. He also had a bad shooting night that night. I wasn't worried about that because, like I said, you know what I'm saying, he shaking off some rust. What I was concerned about, though, Bill, what do you mean you need rest? I'm kind of confused as far as like when you say you need rest and you're coming off a team that's missed the playoffs for the past, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who knows?
I didn't even think about that, actually.
You've had so much rest. So much rest to the point where I am truly baffled as to what injury this is really causing you this ailment right now.
So you was tired of carrying the Wizards, nigga.
I hope it's something that's just really, really fixable. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to see Bill on that court. Book, I know he's been out the past 2 games. KD was cooking single-handed. I don't even got to talk about that. Yeah. And Book, but like I said, Book, you need rest. Where did the injury come from? You just dropped 30-something. What's going on? Hey, I'm kind of confused.
So when he finally took that DC backpack off, you know what I'm saying? All that weight he was carrying in DC, trying to hold that team together.
Hey,
I don't know.
Say what a weight, man.
My takeaway from that game is that game was terrifying to me as a nigga who's enjoyed the Warriors run over all these years.
You was scared to see
my teams don't. Yeah, no, that was honestly, and the Suns should be ashamed that they came that close to losing to a team that bad. The Warriors have a glaring bench problem. Yeah, what do you mean? The Suns weren't at their best. The Suns aren't at their best, so I get it. But the Warriors look bad compared to the Warriors. The Warriors look bad. They don't have a bench.
Only that.
They don't have a bench, and I get they're trying to get Chris Paul like into the system and trying to find his how he can fit into what they got going on. But I'm not going to lie, off these first couple of games, not gonna lie, I think Jordan Poole was a better fit for the team. Personally, he provided you score. I'm willing to bet on that. By the end of the season, I think that we'll be looking back and saying that I think Jordan Poole was better for this team than Chris Paul was.
Jordan Poole over Chris Paul. We'll get that down and make sure we circle back to that as well too, man. Definitely. Go ahead, what you think about the game?
Oh yeah, I got definitely a lot of hope for what the Suns were going to do, because I liked what I seen as far as sort of the same. It's a big theme that's going to be going on throughout the rest of this topics for me as well. But it's really going to be when specific players, because they are all NBA players. Everybody's hella skilled, but they just try to play a role to fit into the team. When you give them the free reign to really do their thing and really work out like the way that they did before fitting into that role, you can see some really great blossoming. And seeing Book start to show out off top, that's a really good sign, in my opinion, because then you pair him and he can do the point guard thing with 2 major weapons like Bradley Beal and KD. Once they get things rolling, oh man, that's going to be scary, because they got some solid role players as well.
Just quick to, like you was pretty much to piggyback off what you were saying, Q. When it comes to the bench, let me just point out what the Suns did acquire. They picked up, of course, we all know Bill, all-star level 2 guard.
All to him on.
They also picked up Grayson Allen as well. Freaky shooter. He's gonna play dirty defense, some Pat Bev-ish defense, but I mean he's there giving you a body to kind of giving you a body to throw around the wing, which I guess I'm cool with that. I'm gonna just have to take the hard fouls and then what it comes with. Also, Bobo. No, he's not a defensive big. No, he's done something in defense. He's been putting on fits.
Bro,
He's been putting on fits.
Bro, he's a Victor Wembanyama look in practice at this point. Bobo's a Victor Wembanyama look in practice. That's what his role is on the team.
Yeah, this is how we prepare for Victor Wembanyama.
Throw Bobo in there. Bobo, just jump as high as you can.
We gotta play the Spurs tomorrow.
Nigga threw Bobo. That nigga's not touching the floor.
But let me tell you something. They also added Eric Gordon. I like what he's doing.
That's a good pickup. He's always been a good pickup.
Now you're talking.
KBD, as I call him, Kieta Base Diop. You know what I'm saying? Another guy that's on the wing. He's gonna pay some 3 and D. He's gonna do that. Hold on. I got my Asian brother, Yuta Watanabe. I hope
from the Nets.
You know what I'm saying? From the Nets, he's a shooter. He's a shooter.
Japanese brick still a brick.
We also got Yusuf Nurkic. Is he a perennial pick?
I like that.
Is he a all-star? No, I won't say that. However, definitely I do think compared to what they gave away, which is DeAndre Ayton, I think it's a huge upgrade as far as motor, what he can provide for them, scoring, as far as like just being motivated to be out there. I don't know what the fuck DA was doing. I don't know why his draft was so high. I was confused.
He was trying to get out there, bro.
Niggas is out there. And also they got Nasir Little from Zion's draft class, another wing guy. But anyway, what they did add was they added wing defenders, which I like. They didn't have that. They didn't have enough defense last season. They added a little bit more. They also added a little bit more size, which I also thought they was lacking. Like I said, they switched out DA for Nurkic. I feel like that's a better position for them as far as like a starting big and what he can give them compared to DA. Like I said, just the addition of all the other guys like Eric Gordon, the Grayson Allen, and shit like that. Those wing guys that can just pretty much just make those shots when they need to. If them niggas can just lock in and do what they need to, I'm pretty solid on locking in with Book, Beal whenever he's back, and KD is gonna do KD things. So I'm just very interested to look and see what this team looks like when they're 100% up and running. And that's the only thing that worries me is the whole health issue with this team, because now, like I said, I don't know what's going on with Bill, but I'm curious to see what this team has in the future. So
I liked a lot of what I saw from the game for sure. Definitely liked a lot of it. Some, one thing that definitely kind of stood out to me. It is kind of tough, and I do kind of like what you said. I don't disagree with what you said, Lee, as far as the Chris Paul and Jordan Poole debate, like where, which one would be better off for the team. I just don't yet, and it is only two games in, but I just don't yet see how Chris Paul really improves this team. I would like to see, I don't think he should be in a starting lineup. That's kind of my opinion on it. I really don't, because I feel like
for sure.
I feel like him on the team, I feel like I'm starting to see the drop off of Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson, two of your best wing defenders on the team, and they're also proven buckets. I think them niggas is probably averaging like maybe 12 points like over these 2 games. Now it is only 2 games, but still, this is Wiggs and Klay that we're talking about, and the shots that they're taking, it just doesn't seem like something that they're used to. And they got to get used to it. I get it. But it is going to be a little bit of a difficult thing to try to incorporate Chris Paul or someone like that who just controls the offense in such a dominant way, you know what I'm saying? And it's way different from the offense that they're used to playing. They also don't have Draymond out there yet. So that's a little bit tough as well, too, seeing how that comes and incorporates, because Draymond and Chris Paul, as far as what they do and their impact on the court, they're damn near the same shit. I do like Jonathan Kuminga, though. I do like what I'm seeing from him as a 6th man off the bench, but that's pretty much all they got. Like Lee said,
that's as far as the depth goes, man. You can throw Moses Moody at me. You can throw another name. It doesn't matter when it comes to the Warriors, bro. We've seen this for years. this formula that they're doing of the
Love
undersized team. Yeah, he's decent, but this formula that they're doing of the undersized team is just showing so many flaws. Like time and time again. Yes, you have the perennial shooter in Steph, and also Clay and other shooters that just kind of fit in where they get in. But it's like at some point you're gonna need some size, bro. You just gonna be getting mashed in the paint over and over and over again. You can't rely on having a CP3 switching off of 3s and 4s. Are you stupid? Nigga, what?
That was definitely in my notes.
That's something that's been getting exposed as the years have gone on throughout the league. I remember they started that. The Warriors did really started that in like the more modern era of basketball, and then it just slowly but surely things have started to switch around. More of the better talent and generational talent that's been coming through the league as of recently have started to transition back to bigs. You got people like Wemby, you got Chet, you got a lot of tall niggas coming through this league now that are really making waves.
You look at it and you look at all the championship teams. What do they all have in common? How do they
big as shit? Big as shit.
Like pause. They're big, yo. Like they really have. They have taller defenders. They have taller players. Even if,
and their best defender is definitely a better player than Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, like the Warriors are probably the only team that got away with that real small ball lineup. But Draymond plays so big. Even at that size, you know what I'm saying? And then even at that, your 2 guard is Klay Thompson, 6'7" Klay Thompson or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, but that, like when you have that level of small ball lineup where your guards are 6'6", 6'5", and then everything down is like 6'7" to 6'10" or whatever, like that allows you to be able to, that's Boston's issue, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna get into them niggas later, but that's Boston's issue. Them niggas don't know how to play their actual bigs. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. But
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You can get into Boston later because Boston.
We gonna talk about them. We gonna get into them.
Player of the game for our second key game, man. Definitely gonna go to D-Book. Obviously, 32, 6, and 8. I mean, D-Book was on his aggressive shit, man. D-Book doing D-Book things. You know what I'm saying? We love to see that translate into some winning coming up here, man. So next thing, and this is probably the most anticipated part of the show right here, man. Well, actually, you know what? I lied. First of all, I do want to get into one quick little thing because Juan touched on it real quick when he was talking about that the acquires that not the Suns guy, the acquires of the Sun guy. Who y'all think had the best offseason? Just real quick, who y'all think had the best offseason in the league?
Easy.
If we're going, easy who?
Go ahead.
The San Antonio Spurs.
I'll tell you right now. I feel like it's
the San Antonio Spurs.
Fair enough.
By far, the best
even drafted in the lottery, nigga.
My fault. I was just, I don't know. It was opening the question. I just
that's my fault. What team that did not have the draft in the lottery had the best offseason?
Me personally, bro, I feel like it was
like
it had to be Celtics. No.
Celtics?
I think it's the Celtics. Yeah. Celtics. I think, and I only said it because of what they did get. I'm looking at what they got. Hold on. Yes, he was already there, but I'm just saying he's a new nigga now because he's on some timing. That nigga Derek White with this whole bald MJ shit, niggas on timing, bro. Niggas on timing. You can't tell me that's not the same player. Taking the ball. Taking the ball, bro.
Timing.
They picked up KP. They picked up Pingus. Now let me tell you something about Pingus out of New York. I was kind of confused, right?
The other show,
because I seen him, right, and I'm like, okay, he's not a defender, right? He's only just gonna stretch the floor. But let me tell you something. When I seen from that first game, given with Al Horford on the low block, at first I was kind of confused when it came to what they gave away with Robert Williams. I thought when it came to the defensive side, it was gonna be hurting them more than it helped them, but I think the given spacing of KP and another defender with Drew Holiday at the top, oh man, yeah, they locked in, bro. I think just what adding for what they had with JB, JT, yeah, I think they're cool. They still have their top four guys. I feel like they built the best off of what they did have and kept their size and stuff like that. So I think that's my team.
I understand why you would go with that.
Celtics.
I'll personally go with a very basic answer, but it's pretty obvious in my opinion. I would definitely say the Bucks. Yeah. I mean, the Bucks made the biggest offseason move. They have a proven star and team with Giannis. Yeah. And they lost the defense up front, but I mean, shoot, they replaced them with Damian fucking Lillard. I mean,
you have a deep player, caliber player on your team. You don't really, you can stand to lose it.
Yeah, like you just replace it with Damian Lillard. I mean, that right there, that duo in itself, they have potential to really run amok, like on some unstoppable, like really run it up. And I'm excited to see how that goes.
And I think, and that load. Whoa, I was about to say something crazy. What are you saying?
What was you about to say? No. What was you about to say? What was you about to say?
What you say? What was you saying?
You crazy?
What was you saying? What? He said something about the. He said something about the
Kool-Aid moments. No moments.
He said something about the. Go ahead. Listen, I was gonna say the load taking off Chris Middleton. It'd probably be good, man. It'd probably be good, man. I think people forget, man, but in his younger years, Chris Middleton was a very respectable defender, man. I think the load taking off him on offense will allow him to probably put more effort on the defensive end and, pick up some slack.
So that's your pick too? So, the Bucks?
No. Yeah. My pick, honestly, is the 76ers. I'm going to say 76ers.
You like Mo Bamba?
You like Mo Bamba. Listen, no, it's not about Mo. It is not even just about players. I say the 76ers because, one, I think Kelly Oubre is a great pickup for them. I think he does fit in their scheme well. Javen turned me. But it's not just because of that. I say they had a great offseason in the way I say they had a great offseason in the way they've handled the James Harden debacle. In the way they've
take that shit back.
What I say?
You.
I can't even repeat that shit.
What I say?
Nigga said Javen turned me. Get that shit out of here.
Yo, you niggas, man. Y'all are crazy, dog. We can't even talk. We can't even
crazy.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
No, listen.
You niggas are out.
I say it because the way they've handled the James Harden debacle that's been going on, I think they've handled it the best I've seen a team handle something like this. One. And I think they've done well with putting Tyrese Maxey in a position to really, help their team the most. So I'm going to say 76ers. Not even just because who they picked up, but just how they've handled things.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. And literally everything that you hit on was what I was going to hit on too. It's just the maturity that the team has accumulated over these situations that's going on, because you deal with Ben Simmons, you deal with the James Harden shit. It's literally the same shit. But then on top of that as well too, I feel like we got the best coach that we could get in the offseason, like the best available coach in Nick Nurse, somebody that devised schemes against the team. So, you know what I'm saying? It's good to have a real basketball-minded coach in there. Not saying that Doc was not a basketball-minded coach, but decision-making just wasn't the best there, at least in my opinion. And then, like you said, I feel like we definitely got a steal in Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre is a 20-point-per-game scorer. Now that he got something to prove, because, niggas over the years have been saying that he's just a volume shooter. He just takes a bunch of shots, and that's how he gets his 20. But he got something to prove. He put that
on the defensive end, bro. I remember, just a couple years ago, him and PG, back when Kelly's name was being brought up a lot. Him and PG, they had their little battles, and they would go off on their little spurts. Kelly was tough. You know what I'm saying? When he was in that moment when he had the ball in his hands in what was it, Washington, I think. Let's say it was Washington. But only thing I don't, or at least I kind of don't agree with when it comes to the 76ers. Yes, I see what you're saying when it comes to them putting Maxey in the best position. But if I know you guys remember, Maxey was on that same position, if not increasing or inclining to that same type of role before James got there. We've seen Maxey doing what he's doing or seen that he can hint at doing what he's doing now before James got there. And just given what they have lost and unforeseeable future with James, I'm just not taking as far as like what their additions was.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all that. Definitely gonna get into all that with the James Harden debacle and everything. We definitely gonna get into that later into the show. But yeah, definitely just wanted to see what y'all thought who had the best off season. So Juan, we going with the Celtics. Juan says the Bucks. Me and Lee says the 76ers. All right, well, we're gonna see how that pans out in the season and see who really had the best off season. It's real early, so we're gonna see how that goes into it, man. But now into what I was saying before my fault, man. The definitely the most anticipated arrival since LeBron James and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. Victor
That's what they saying.
Wembanyama.
That's what they saying.
Wembanyama, first game, man. I do got the stats up here for Wemby. What the nigga do, man? My man Wemby went up here, 15 points on the game. I think he had, that was his first game. I know he had a little rough game that first time around. He definitely had a little rough game. It's the NBA. It's different from the Euro League. It's different from, playing in France and everything like that. But 15 points, NBA debut, that's definitely a lot better than some cats. So what y'all think? Takeaways from Victor Wembanyama's first game, even his second game. I think he had about 21.
Yeah, second game he teed up.
No, I'll say this just to start it off, and this is going back to overseas preseason, and now even into the NBA games where he's actually got some stuff going on. Bro, I think forget everything else, man. He might really mess around to win Defensive Player of the Year, bro. This man is a menace on defense. Like I genuinely think he may be in a legit contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Some of the plays you see him make on the defensive end, not only blocking shots, but also just jumping lanes, picking pockets as well. Like, bro, that's crazy. Like his defensive IQ really looks like top of the league, and it's only been like 3 games. Like it really looks like top of the league already, and it's crazy. I really think he has a legitimate shot to win DPOY this year.
You talking about DPOY? I seen a clip of him, and he's standing as a defender at the top of the key. He's guarding defender, whatever. And another player who has the ball is driving past him. Now, mind you, he's off ball, but the nigga's at the 3-point line. The other dude who's driving to the paint, he's already in the paint. He strips the ball from the 3-point line. Do you know how much length and wingspan you have to do to be able to perform a maneuver like that? And then, nigga, what I see Phoenix, I mean, not Phoenix, but what I see San Antonio doing with him when it comes to this transition offense, they put him at the wing as a 3. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know what type of transition that creates? I've seen the plays of just quick outlet passes, and he's already dunking that bitch in, punching that bitch in. Don't matter who's there, 2 people, 3 people, it don't matter. Because of his size, he gonna catch that bitch over everybody. He gonna fade that hole over everybody. He gonna dunk that hole over everybody. And the thing is, I wasn't even worried when it came to the first game, only because why? He plays for San Antonio. You know who came out of San Antonio? David Robinson, Tim Duncan. Niggas that are bigs that have been fundamentally good. So, definitely. He's in the perfect system as a big. I am not worried about no 15 points, only because I know the experiments that they can do with him. Like I said, I've already seen that nigga playing the 3. I'm just looking forward to what they're going to do with him down the line when he gets some weight and shit like that. He's already incredible. So,
Hey, what was your thoughts on Wemby's first game, even his second game as well, too? First week, let's say. That's first week.
First week? Okay, I feel sick of it. First game, first week was really good. First game, I ain't like how people was so quick to, start to question what was going on. Bro, he's from France, man. His first official NBA game. Being a DeMar fan, I was watching them Spurs games, man. I've never seen the Spurs stadium look like it did that night. Wemby was there.
Alamo.
Like, bro, oh my gosh! Like,
you would have thought Beyonce was performing, nigga.
Rocking. That stadium was rocking.
They know they next up, man. They know they got the next couple of years lined up for them. So they know they got the next couple of years lined up.
So it makes sense. He had some jitters, man. But like I said, second game quickly got past it. And when I seen that play you're talking about, bro, he literally stretched his body from guarding a man on the 3-point line into the lane and stripped the ball. Like he's doing superhuman stuff. Like, I watched the video and I agree. He's literally like changing the dynamic in which teams have to plan their offenses. Like, it's actually some crazy stuff. He like on the defensive, not to mention what he can do on offense. Like I said, it's just a fantastic week. And I like the way, and everybody knew it was going to happen because it's Greg Pop. But I just like the way that team is gelling so well around him. Like he's like Wemby. I was scared that maybe like their play would fall off, but he's actually improving the play of everyone around him. So Chan, the other
Devin Vassell,
Devin Vassell's going good.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna keep my eye on him too. For sure.
They're all doing well around him, and it's opening up plays for all of them. Wemby just being on the floor like that. Pop may I mean, depending on how this fares, it is the first season, but Pop may be able to make a playoff run. Like not a run, but like he may be able to make the playoffs.
I think he can get a play in. I think I definitely
can get a play in.
I for sure can see a play in.
Definitely a play in spot. I agree with everything y'all saying, man.
Because if we've seen teams like Atlanta and shit like that get play-ins, for sure I know the Spurs with the addition of Wemby can.
Spurs gonna get it. Yeah, man. I mean, Victor's in the perfect spot. He truly is, yo, and that's been like kind of the story as well too. It's like, damn, how did this just ironically happen for the third time in Spurs history? Like David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and now Victor Wembanyama, generational talents coming through the league. So if history, serves to repeat itself, if lightning does indeed struck twice already, so it's the third time around. You know what I'm saying? They'll be champions soon, and. At least what I saw from his first couple of games, the only bad thing I would say is that I don't see him getting as physical as I thought that maybe he should be for his height. You know what I'm saying? He's been playing more on the perimeter, taking a lot of threes. I think he went 0 for 6, like at some point, like in threes, and like the last game, like by halftime, he was 0 for 6. He's taking a lot more threes. I would like to see him, you know what I'm saying, back to the basket, maybe develop a little bit of a hook, especially at that height. I mean, you turn around, you see over the defense already. So, and then working from the net,
he's unstoppable.
Man.
Listen, if he can develop a little bit of
Kareem,
just a little bit,
like just a little bit, because like but man, I don't know if y'all saw that clip of LeBron talking to D-Lo. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo about to be out of here after that shit.
He's done.
But that clip with Bron was like, yo, it's not even for me to score. It's not even for me to score. It's for me to be able to see and make these reads
see everything.
and see everything. If you treat Victor like that, yo. Put him at the nail. Put him on a block. Let the attention come to him. Let him make those reads and develop him early as a passer, as a playmaker. Because get those things out the way right now in these early seasons. Because later, 2-3 years down the line, now you got somebody that not only has the skill, the freakish like talent and everything, but he now has the IQ of the game, the reads. He's getting that activity early. So you gotta do that. That's how you maximize a nigga like Victor. You know what I'm saying?
I've already seen a little bit of his playmaking ability. I didn't seen him nutmeg like two different defenders, bro, on some crazy shit.
Yeah, he did good.
Just imagining, what Hefe is saying, like the addition of giving him that ability to play make out of the post like a Yoke or an Embiid. Oh my god, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy, man.
The only thing that scares me about Wemby at this point in his career, and this is the last thing I'm saying, the only thing that scares me about Wemby at this point in his career is the fact that whatever team he lands with next, he's going to have a very big learning curve as to how the NBA really is outside of Pop's tutelage. Like that's probably going to be his biggest challenge. Learning,
he might want to stay in San Antonio for the rest of his career.
He damn near might be one of them Kobe niggas, man. He might be.
He might.
I wouldn't let a nigga go like that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
I'm not gonna be
if I'm the organization, I'm throwing everything but the kid, everything, including the kitchen sink at that nigga, yeah. Like you hear
trying to keep him around.
He's still gonna have to be a team advisor or some shit, like Tim Duncan or somebody.
Yes, man. But look, speaking of generational talents, man, and we talk about Wemby, so it's only right that we talk about the former player that had this much hype around him going into his what's this year 20, I think. LeBron James, man, the longevity that LeBron is having in the league. Zion. Oh, fuck no. I mean, no, you're right, though. You're right. We was talking about
No, he had that hype. He had some hype. He had that hype. He had a similar hype.
I can't lie, he did. He definitely did. But recently, listen, we gonna talk about LeBron's play, but recently Bron came out with a new Beats commercial, you know what I'm saying? And in that commercial, his wife Savannah had told them, tell them you're not done until you play with your son, Bronny, then do that shit again with Bryce. So listen, it's been a topic for a while. It's been a topic for a while that LeBron is going to be in the league for as long as he can until he can play with his, he can play with Bronny. We thought about it with Bryce. It looks like it might happen. What do you think? Is LeBron, is he ready for this longevity? Is he the only person that can actually carry this longevity? And will it actually happen? What do you think?
I'll go first. Hell no. I cannot see that shit. Hell no, I cannot see that shit happening. I can see the Bronny. I can see the Bronny, but I can't see Bryce. I just can't, because what you're asking him to do at that point, what we're actually asking is to watch LeBron in like a Charles Barkley on the Rockets type time. Like, we're gonna need you, Sean Kemp on the Magic with T-Mac type shit. Like, we're gonna be watching LeBron score 15 points a game at that point. If he continues on like that, I would be very surprised, because I don't think a player like LeBron is going to play till he looks like that out there. I just don't see that being him.
Do you think LeBron is going to let himself get to being like that? Because I mean,
I don't think he has a choice.
Personally,
I don't think he has a choice.
He's 20, bro. Like,
I don't think he has a choice. Personally, I don't think he has a choice. I think that is going to happen regardless, just due to the age and whatnot. He's playing at an unprecedented level right now. It's only going to go down from here, and it's declined noticeably from when he got to LA. I don't think he's going to have a choice but to drop down to that level.
You're definitely right. Because he may not want to do that, but I do.
Father Time has something.
Games.
Yeah, Father Time has a different plan for you. I don't think
LeBron will be on the sideline like UD, like Udonis Haslam, just out there helping the niggas out. You don't think LeBron will just be over there helping?
I can't say I see it. I can't say that I see it. I can't say that I see it.
Real quick, yo. Let me say something real quick about this nigga Udonis Haslam.
You did.
The damn Heat facility putting up shots with Duncan Robinson. Nigga was coming off screens, actually pulling. I thought he was going to pass it to him. This nigga actually pulled up. Nigga, go home.
Home.
You have one. It's over. You have nothing.
He said, "Call it."
What you mean,
call
man?
it, damn it. Call it.
Okay, bro.
Nigga, that's that senior that graduated 2 years ago that come to all y'all
always
team
be coming
practices.
back. Yes.
Come to all y'all team practices.
He's at the prom. He found his way into the prom.
Like, how hype niggas was his last game? Niggas was hype. Yeah, UD. Yeah. That's how you know you old. Yo, LeBron not gonna be there. Niggas hype. He getting shots up.
I can't see it, yo. That would be crazy. Yo, Lee, bro, he try to get one of those breakaways on the break. He do the tomahawk on the break. Niggas will lose it.
Niggas will lose it. He go to fast break. Tomahawk, yeah, bro.
Yeah, Lakers down 77-92. He gets the breakaway with 40 seconds left in the fourth.
Yeah, that's like that episode of the Boondocks, yo. Where they had that little Timmy Matthews. He was like, they didn't think he was gonna do shit on that court, yo. He came out there, oh my god,
yeah, niggas would go crazy.
Oh man.
LeBron's last game. One more little fuck you.
One more little fuck you 3. Look at it.
Cleveland. This is where you.
He hit the silencer after that. Go ahead, just close him out after that.
I gotta see that, bro. I gotta see it, yo. Yeah. If Melo could do it, yo, Bron could do it too. Yeah,
definitely, bro.
He could do it. I just don't see him doing it.
I think LeBron's like pride. I don't think LeBron's pride.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you been the chosen one, the king.
Let me tell you
going
why.
out like that,
why, bro.
Nah.
I feel like that only because I still see him as a player who's like, up until he feels in his heart, like his body or his mind is like, yo, you can't do this shit no more. I feel like he's genuinely gonna give it everything he can, every chance he gets. Real shit, bro. Yeah. And if that means, nigga, just seeing that message, nigga, I was excited just when I seen him and KD playing. You know how long it's been since I've seen Bron and KD in a matchup? Nigga, that was the excitement.
Yeah, that was
just like seeing that message right there of just saying playing with Bronny and Bryce. Yeah, I know Bronny's coming, but just Bryce too. Yeah, it's a high possibility. However, just the idea of just seeing Bron's longevity, to me, it's inspirational. Only because of how old the nigga is, and just somebody just really locking in. Like, I'm gonna give it all I can till I can. Kind of crazy,
personally, bro. I'm just hoping his farewell is that pretty. Whenever he leaves, I hope it's that pretty. Because at this point in his career, any major injury could pretty much send LeBron on at this point. Like, I mean, you're 38.
Yeah, I remember them growing injury. He was talking about, it might be over for Brian.
Any major injury could send him on out.
It's been lingering too over these however long is it apparently.
He had a groin injury and a couple hamstrings too.
Hamstring. Listen, man. Question for the audience, man. Let answer this in the comments, yo. Is LeBron gonna be the Brett Favre of basketball? Is this nigga gonna retire, come back? Let us know. I think he probably will, man. But hey, speaking of this, nigga almost had me retired as a Sixers fan the other night. It's Dame time in Milwaukee. Okay. Dame Lillard, 39 points in his debut. 17 of those came from the fucking free throw line, you bitch ass nigga. He went nuts. Yeah, he went nuts. You know what I'm saying? Hit pretty much the dagger on Kelly Oubre. That was crazy. Yeah. And you know what? It's funny because as I was watching the game, yo, I was just thinking to myself, like, this is what they got Dame for, yo. And I just knew in my mind when them last 5 minutes came about. For those who don't know, last 5 minutes, that's clutch time. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely sweating bullets out there sitting on that couch, man. I was like, yo, this nigga about to go nuts. And surely he did, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Step back threes and ones, free throw attempts, all that. He was doing the damn thing. What you think about Dame in Milwaukee?
You know who Milwaukee has to thank for for Dame acting like this? Dame's ex-wife. They need to send her a package. Listen, Dame's ex-wife cheated on him, and that nigga got 3 years back.
Oh, that's what happened?
Okay. He got 3 years. That's my professional assessment. If you listen, knowing who Dame is, he specifically asked. He forced the courts to remove his last name from her. He kicked her out the crib. Listen, there's a lot of signs are pointing to the fact I think his ex-wife cheated on him. I think that gave him about 3 years back. He angry. Yeah, he ready to hoop. The Bucks about to get some good years out of him.
Rome coming through with the NBA control update. You know what I'm saying? Because they said the nigga wife cheated on him. Hey, man, it might have happened, though. I know he did fight for the boys. It might have happened. Juan, what you think about Dame's first game in Milwaukee?
At first, like early showings of the game, it was kind of tough only because I wasn't seeing Dame with the ball in his hand. I was still seeing the way they play old fashioned with Giannis in transition, kick out. You know what I'm saying? In transition, kick out. Ran to the paint, kick out. Like at first that was what was going on, and Dame was kind of just floating around for a little bit. Up until the very last quarter, like you said, that's when Dame got into his bag and was like, you know what, let me go ahead and show you what I'm specialized at. You done did your shit for 3 quarters now, nigga. Running and jumping and dunking, nigga. It's my time now. Let me get this rock right quick. And that's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? He showed the type of player he is, the type of skill set that he does have. Only thing is, I'm kind of curious to see what the 2-man game of them looks like exactly. I know how dangerous it can be, but only because of comfortability's sake and just coalition of niggas just getting that chemistry together. I want to know how many games into the season will it be up until about, you know what I'm saying, All-Star break. When will they get that comfortability? Because now, like I said, Dame is kind of just floating around just like everybody else. Like he's just a shooter to kick out to like how they was last season. And I don't really like that right now. I kind of want to see more of a 2-man game develop between the two of them.
More pick and roll.
And you know what I'm saying? And have it kind of spacing out that way as opposed to how they've been doing.
Yeah.
But all in all, he was decent.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, that was my vote for who had the best offseason. So I'm pretty excited by that opening because exactly what Juan said, that 2-man game is going to develop as the season goes on. I'm positive of that. And not only that, but this was to the level that it was needed and exactly systemically the piece that was needed for the Bucks. Because Giannis is their best player, but they needed somebody to close the games. But ideally, you want a big time clutch superstar to close games, not necessarily an all-star, even though he did get that, like Chris Middleton. That's not a name that rings fear, I would imagine, in NBA teams when it comes to like closing games out against the Bucks. So getting somebody like Dame is definitely huge. They can run like a systemically, I mean, not saying their players are comparable to them, but they can run like a Shaq and Kobe kind of thing. You know, go ahead, give it to Shaq, aka Giannis, for the first 3. If he don't blow them niggas out in those first 3 quarters, all right, we gonna go ahead and give it to Dame and let him go ahead and bring it home. And so I think that they've already got, and they already showed that that's exactly how that's going to go in that first game too. So I like what they did already. It's looking exactly like I thought. And the only reason that I'm more high on this than any other thing is that individually they've proven themselves in their roles. I'm not really so worried about them working together because individually they've shown what they're going to be able to do. So when you combine those together, the league's in for it with this team. This is definitely and something super scary.
To add on to that, also, it doesn't hurt that I think we can all say now that Giannis is probably the most selfless superstar outside of Steph Curry. I mean, it's not every day you'll find a player as highly touted as Giannis so willing to give up the reins or to have someone step in and kind of, you know,
KD
put their imprint on a team like that.
I don't know. I don't know, Lee. And I tell you,
I think Giannis is the second most selfless superstar.
No, I would agree. I
only say
the second most besides
outside of Steph Curry.
I don't believe it's 100% selfless, only because Giannis, he was, you know, we all know it was to the point where he was like, hey, if y'all niggas don't figure something out, I'm gonna be up out of here. Even when it came down to when they got Dame, he didn't sign his extension up until after. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking at all the different scenarios that is going on with Giannis. Yes, I can see and understand the selflessness of having another perennial all-star player on your team. However, it took all these years for Giannis to be like, yeah, I got a ring and all that, but still, I need some damn help out here. And if y'all niggas don't send me some
pretty
help,
sure I've seen KD cry over not getting the last shot sometimes.
Well, no,
I'm pretty sure I've seen KD do that.
I take it back.
Not KD.
I take it back.
What KD do about this?
Well, no. Let me say this. I think we need to use a different word that involves self. Maybe more self-awareness, like as Juan alluded to. I don't think the nigga had a choice. Okay, Giannis has no fucking bag. No. Giannis has no bag. Giannis has no bag. Giannis has no bag. Chris Middleton has been
trained in their work.
We gonna nigga. I don't know what the fuck you did over there.
The Hakeem, that $50,000 training.
Yeah, nigga, you turned the dream to the nightmare. I don't know what the fuck you was over there doing with Hakeem, but that shit it was not working. Cause I seen that little weak ass move he did the first play of the game. Nigga tried to do some little shuffle spin. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Travel.
It was supposed to be a travel. They ain't call that shit. But listen. That nigga did not have a choice, yo. You need, like Juan said, he needs a player like Dame. There was no way with Chris Middleton's injuries and how he's been playing since he's coming off those injuries. There was no other option to be able to close them games besides Giannis. And we can see it, all you got to do in that clutch, foul Giannis. Foul him. Foul him. Or let him shoot a 3.
Send him to the line.
He gonna brick either or. So yes, they had to go get Dame. They had to, because now you see, and even in the end of the game, Dame was going to the free throw line. Everybody's moaning and groaning. Fuck, because Dame can shoot free throws. There's a
difference between coexisting with someone and handing over the reins to someone. Like Giannis had
no choice.
Giannis had a choice. That is Giannis. Bro, Giannis signed his shit, brother. Yeah, bro, Giannis, that is Giannis's organization.
Listen.
If Giannis wanted to be an asshole look, you're going to get it where you get it, and we're going to get it, they would do that.
You're right. That is Giannis's organization, but this is going to be Dame's fucking team when it comes down to these games. And don't tell me that it's going to be Giannis's grace closing out all these games.
And that's because of Giannis's grace. That it's going to be Dame's team in these games.
Oh, you know what, Lee?
That's why I agreed from that's why I agreed from the beginning, really.
I can see the Steph comparison only because of KD kind of did the same thing.
He needed that. You know what I'm saying? It's not even necessarily... No, he didn't have a choice in the sense of he wanted to win, but he did have a choice in the sense that he didn't have to do that. He could have chose to just keep running it up how he was, but he recognized, hey, this is what I'm best at. Let me go ahead and get somebody who's best at this because I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'll go ahead, but I don't have to go ahead and do that because I'm able to just run this whole thing myself if I really want to.
No matter what it is, bro. One person
Giannis is a winner,
everything, bro.
So he had to. Nah, I feel that. Well, hey, they edged out. Listen, let me not say that again because Lee was packing the shit out of me for that before. Listen, they won the game over the Philadelphia 76ers. That was a close game though, and you got to give a lot of credit to Philly. You know what I'm saying? However you take a look at it, because was that it lost by 1 point, 118 to 117, and at one point it was looking really bad for Philly. Like before the halftime, and it came out, they started punching back. Maxey was getting into his bag and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So perfect segue into our next segment here, though. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about Philly and this James Harden fiasco. You know, Woj reported recently that James Harden hadn't practiced with the Sixers since October 15th. They plan to allow him to stay at the Camden practice facility and work with the team development staff to get the live action necessary to get him in playing games once they return from their road trip, Milwaukee and Toronto. So just a little bit more detail into it too. Pretty much, Harden showed up on to the team plane to get onto the plane to go to what they played for Milwaukee, right? They said a security guard put his hand on that chest and said no. Yeah, they said no. They said, no, you're not, that's not about to happen here. So, essentially they told him stay back to go in and get the conditioning. I mean, is this just Harden coming back and saying, oh, I was away now, but here I am now. Hey, take me now. Obviously, they don't want to do that because you've trained and you practice without him to devising, plans and schemes that do not include him. So, as a team, it kind of hurts you to go ahead and put someone like that back into the fold because now what do? Is this Harden's way of saying, I'm here now, you can't find me because the team is saying don't come? You know what I'm saying? Is that, what do we make of this Harden fiasco at this point in time?
You know what I think universally we can all agree on? I don't think anybody likes repeat offenders. I think we can all kind of agree on that.
That's a fact.
James Harden, from what I know, from what I've experienced in both Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, and in who is he at? In Houston. Mm-hmm. There's certain situations where James has a certain level of respect, or he's getting this much attention from the front office and has this much control. The nigga tends to feel he can do whatever it is he wants at any given moment. Not realizing, like, my nigga, this is a team game, bro. Like, you doing shit that's affecting the squad at the end of the day. And it's like, you don't even got, you know what I'm saying? You don't even got no courtesy, regardless of what's going on. Understand that niggas go through shit, but it's like, if you know what I'm saying, my folks or something, and like, you got something going on, and you don't even got the courtesy to let me know, like, the update. Like, it don't even got to be to just know what's going on in your life. It could be just how we can better help you as a person, bro. Yeah. If you can't even figure that out as far as like in the life development aspect, like you're not by yourself. You're getting a bag in the NBA. This isn't part-time. You can't just clock in and I took 3 weeks off and, you know what I'm saying, I'm back. Like, it don't work that way. Mm-hmm. You got people that be, you know what I'm saying, hardworking folks that's paying to go to these games. People that's looking to see these, you know what I'm saying, all-stars like yourselves that probably not going to be able to have another chance to afford another ticket to go to a game. You got to think of little shit like that when you're just thinking of yourself. Like, it's more than just you when you're in the NBA. But
a big question for the whole entire group really quickly as well, too. If you're Philly, how do you, and Lee kind of alluded to it before about saying that, the way that they have handled it already is in the utmost professionalism. But just from your perspective, if you're a Philly organization, how do you handle a situation like this?
I think exactly what they're doing, honestly. I think that's exactly what they're doing is probably the best way to go about it. When you have somebody that doesn't want to play there, that's going out on twice to go ahead call the owner a liar. And then you go, I don't think that he's gonna. I think they're handling it perfectly. They're trying to make sure that he's like a tradable asset for you don't want to go ahead and just denigrate him while he's on the team because then you're going to get back pennies on the dollar. But you definitely can't put him out there exactly for what you said, Jay, with it being a team game and you messing up the flow of everything that's going on. So just let the people know, hey, y'all. He's in here killing it right now. He's working out. He's going bananas. He's doing his thing. But any takers? But just so that way he doesn't get fined and keep. I think they're handling it exactly how they should personally.
It's kind of weird because then you have this new league rule, right, where players cannot sit, like those type of games. And Philly is, they're investigating into Philly in the Harden situation of why he didn't play in that Milwaukee game and everything, and why they told him to stay. So it's just like now as a team, it's almost like with these new league rules. And because he is technically doing these type of things, because he wants to get traded, that's the end goal. He wants to make the situation, and this I'm starting to see the uncomfortable part of the situation. Now we thought he was gonna come in, being loud, bring the Houston strippers with him to the practice facility and shit like that. But he's doing it in a different way, and Jay, he's smart for doing it like this. He definitely advised on somebody to do it like this, but it's like, damn, now as an organization, it's almost like we have to include him at some point if we don't trade him at a certain point. So it is a weird little situation. But the next thing as well, too, is how do you, at this point, you have Tyrese Maxey now, right? You know what I'm saying? So he's making those strides. And Juan was talking about before that Tyrese is someone that he's in that situation before. This time he's obviously in a much more elevated, part of that position. Does he make that all-star leap this year?
You know what? I think so. Only because I want to say Halliburton was an all-star last year. I believe so. And I believe if Halliburton could do it, I want to say he was. I believe so. Because Halliburton last year, he had some decent numbers. He had some decent numbers. I want to say he was an all-star. Was he?
He did.
I believe so.
He was second in assists, so he definitely
he was definitely decent. And I'm saying that to say that Maxey, I believe, given the scoring that he's providing, which I believe, I'm pretty sure we all can kind of agree, compared to James Harden at this age of his career, when we're talking of scoring, not playmaking, Maxey's a better option, downright, like hands down. When it comes to, if we're talking about in transition, he's giving you that burst of speed. James Harden been ridden with a couple of injuries over the years that we've known to. He's known to, keep him out of playoff runs and things like that. So he's still also kind of getting his comfortability and kind of understanding his body as he's aging. But you got a nigga like Maxey. He's young. He's running. You know what I'm saying? He's showing like, hey, bro, y'all gave me this opportunity before. I'm going to show y'all why y'all should have let me kept, the motherfucking keys in my hand. And I feel like this is the perfect situation as far as like what Philly is doing and all that. Giving him the keys and just kind of let him move forward with him and Joel and kind of just, blow past into all the drama and everything like that. So I have very high hopes for Maxey.
You touched on it a little bit earlier, Rome. Kind of expand a little bit more on what you see for Tyrese Maxey, his ceiling, for this season and kind of moving forward, given the James Harden situation.
All-star, you could definitely make an all-star team. I don't see a first or second team All-NBA, but he could probably make an all-star appearance, especially with them going back to like the East and West.
We're gonna talk about that
helps him a little bit too. Yeah, that helps him out a little bit.
Yeah, that definitely does. Yeah,
I could see that. I could see an all-star, especially if he keeps this. I think he benefits from. I don't even think teams have enough on him to game plan for like how Philly's about to be using him all the way, and like how he's improved over this time. He's been training and they've been using James Harden. So I think he does have the benefit of teams aren't going to be fully prepared for him this year. So I think he can make an all-star team.
After these 2 games, you don't think he's going to be on the scouting report? Putting up what 32?
I don't know.
There's a difference between having 2 games of film to go by and having a game plan for that, and teams having a year's worth against multiple different looks at different times of the year. Like it's a difference in a year's worth of film and in a week's worth of film.
As an opposing team, though, you don't think that hurts you a little bit if you don't actually take a look at him and say, you know what? Okay, we may not have we only had these 2 games this year, but last year, okay, let's take a look and see how he was getting to his buckets, because we got to devise against him. He is the second option on the team, so to speak. He's going to take about 20 shots a game, Nick Nurse is saying. So you don't think so as an opposing team?
1,000%. They already have looked into him and like they've 1,000% broken down every bit of film there is out there on him right now. but none of us know how much Tyrese Maxey has improved
developed
over the last year and a half, and how much he's developed.
Yeah,
none of us know that.
In the season.
You know, every team has different looks they throw at people. Every team has different players they guard people in, and so I'm just saying they're gonna have a game plan for him, but there's a difference between that and a team being able to say, okay, let's see how Toronto played them when they had this look and
Right.
Okay, let's see how Detroit look was against them at this point in the season. And so it's different. So
that's fact.
I don't know.
I could definitely see him taking the leap. And I said it earlier when I spoke about the Suns with D Book, and it was going to be a constant theme. This is another player that theme rolls around into, where it's when you give a certain kind of player the reins to just, you know what, we're going to increase your shot attempts, and you're not only going to increase that, but you get to do more of what you want to do with the ball. Then go ahead and do this particular thing and just stick to that. Some people really get to start budding during that. So I think that he could definitely take that leap this year now that he's being handed the reins starting like point guard now at this point, because that's going to really allow him. Granted, there's a little bit more of a cap because he's playing with the MVP right now. And so, you got to make sure he gets his touches, make sure he still continues to eat. But you've got a lot more room to work with than you did before with Ben or with James being there. So I definitely think he could take that leap because he's been shown to continue to get better as well. Just hope he doesn't have himself an Austin Reeves kind of ending to it. And even with Austin Reeves, that's not crazy. That. Even then, Austin Reeves, I know niggas saying that about him now, like, where's it at? But even we go back to it being an overreaction of it being the first couple games of the season. Let some things roll. He might start looking like how he was before. Same thing for Maxey. He might even start looking better now that he's got a lot more wiggle room to work with.
Hey, it's going to be a very interesting season.
Quick question, FA. I got one quick question. Only from what I've seen. I've seen your boy. I've seen Embiid get into his bag. Yes. I've seen that. However, bro, when the nigga is when the shit's not going his way on the court, bro, he looks very, very disturbed, like very unhappy, very unengaged. You know what I'm saying? Just body language. And I'm looking at this shit, and it's like, bro, like, y'all niggas don't be to the point in the game where y'all down and out, because I can't remember who y'all playing, but y'all won the game. I want to say it's y'all most recent game.
Toronto? Yeah.
I believe it was Toronto. And it was like, it was certain points in the game. I think, like Toronto went on a quick little run and went up maybe 5-6, and he was just like throwing his hands up because niggas wasn't like, I guess, closing out fast enough on three. And at that standpoint, I'm looking at Embiid as like, you the lead nigga, like you supposed to hold your team, like you're not supposed to show it. You feel me? And like my question to you is like, how do you feel about your front runner person? You know what I'm saying? Showing his emotions as opposed to like really holding his team down.
Joel has a lot still in this league, in my opinion, to learn as far as leadership standpoint. I don't think he's ever been really in a situation where organizational wise he has been like accounted for, as far as you got to be a leader. I don't think the locker room has been that type of environment where you're being held accountable. It's a little bit different now. We got niggas like PJ Tucker, but you think about those championship type teams where those leaders are defined. Like, we bring up the Warriors, man. Iggy was one of them niggas that's on the team. We get even the videos of Iggy coming over, just talking to Wiggins, like, nigga, get your ass over here. Yeah. Stop. You know what I'm saying? So having the type of presences in the locker room, especially when it's almost like when niggas get money, right? You the one making all the money in your family. It's hard for someone to tell you no, right? Because you're the best player. So unless you have somebody that's going to hold you accountable for that, it's going to be tough. So, and I'm not giving him an out because you got to learn that. And that's not acceptable, especially as an MVP, as someone that's a perennial player in the league. You got to be able to show that resilience at all times and not really show it's weak. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, you're the best player on the team. It's going to fall on you. If you win, it's going to be, they're gonna look at you. If you lose, they're gonna look at you. So regardless, you got to be able to rally the troops. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's gonna be interesting season for Philly and seeing what they do, man. Well, I really wanted to touch real quick on your team. You know what I'm saying? Your choice for the best offseason. We're talking about the Boston Celtics here, man. Porzingis. Oh, no, that's Damian Lillard. Porzingis. That nigga is back. 30 points. 4 blocks.
Now that's what
Quinn
Quinn
was
was talking about. The early season overreaction. I 1,000% that. Oh my god!
I think that was a fluke game. Yeah.
I don't trust it. I ain't gonna lie.
First game against
I've seen. This is not
squad.
my first rodeo.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Not my first rodeo, man.
Listen, real quick on it.
You won't get me again.
You know what? What I can say, what I did say, what could be a little bit of an over exaggeration. Yes, it was against who I want to say it was the Knicks, right?
Knicks.
I want to say it was the Knicks.
The Knicks.
So, and I'm looking at the Knicks, right?
They look bad.
And who the hell do they have, right?
Yeah, the Knicks look.
Given the level of play, yes, I understand that what they won. Let me see, what was it? 108, 104. Doesn't look good on paper for sure. However, like I said, given what they built upon, addition to Drew Holiday, bald-headed Derek White now, and KP giving you some spacing.
The Cookie White.
I definitely feel like it's as far as like when it comes to the East, I'm not overlooking them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're gonna talk about the Celtics. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Bucks. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Philly. And then after that, it's kind of like whoever really you just want to kind of just throw in there. And that's really that. But like I said, just given who they're in contention with and what those teams added, in my personal opinion, I like the Celtics more from what they built upon with, like I said, JT, JB, and their other core guys like that. Addition with, like I said, Drew and KP. I feel like that was the best one, only given, like I said, all the collective players. Like I said, Dame is still crazy, but collectively, I like the Celtics because they still have a decent depth over the Bucks as well.
Good pickup. Quinn Rome. What you think about Porzingis' first game?
I don't know. It's Kristaps. Get that shit out my face. I'm not talking about this, man. Nice.
You went like a Dallas run.
He earned another year's worth of money, man. Y'all can believe in that if y'all want.
He got another year.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah, he got another year. I guess,
he's who niggas treat AD like. This nigga here is actually. I
don't care about that.
I will say this:
I don't know if he done messed around, and I don't know what Jalen Brunson. I really believed in Jalen Brunson. I'm hurt by how he's been looking.
I don't know.
I believe, bro. Jalen Brunson last year looked like damn, like I mean.
Damn near.
Gotta tell you, bro.
Something he looked crazy.
Right? He was killing.
He was killing. I don't know what. They done spiked this drink. They done sent some hookers. He done caught. So I don't know what.
Them braids too tight, man.
Them braids too tight.
That boy was killing out there, boy.
Jalen Brunson looked crazy. And Julius Randle. I don't know what's going on.
Oh no,
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'm disappointed in and this relates to Jalen Brunson. I'm disappointed in every single person that played FIBA basketball this year because all y'all look trash to start this season out, and that's not okay. Y'all niggas have been hooping. Y'all niggas
chill on Tyrese.
Halliburton
been looking good as hell.
But he ain't play that much though. He didn't play that much. He wasn't one of them started niggas. He didn't play that much in the FIBA. But Jalen, I don't listen. New York and Boston, fuck y'all niggas. Listen, I done heard it, been there, done that with Porzingis. The bigger question that I really have, honestly, is that, does Boston finally get the luck of the Irish? Is this what gets them over the hump?
No, we almost can skip that too. Nigga, they worse than last year, bro. Jalen Brown is chopped. Everybody like, bro, he's been exposed. I've never seen a player like get exposed.
You don't gotta
like, bro, and everybody force him that way, and he get fucked up every single time. Like it's bad. Like Jalen Brown is terrible now.
Also, too, I'll add on to that as well. I do not like the loss of Robert Williams. I'm not gonna lie. That was not a very good thing to that. That man was
you don't think that would have been better spacing for them? I mean, they still got it.
I mean, it probably is. Well, here's the thing, though, man. They're not even utilizing it like that because, in my opinion, Derek White should still be coming off the bench. Bring Al Horford old ass up because at least that's a nigga that gonna knock it down from the three. And I mean, he's a space defender. He can
Chopper
space it out. He still defends. And then that makes you a bigger team, like what we was just talking about, a bigger team. Now you have two niggas down there that can defend, besides just leaving Porzingis to defend by himself, trying to make up what Robert Williams did.
Because Porzingis, I'm letting you know right now, Porzingis at the 4, he's gonna get cooked. He's gonna get cooked by everybody. When I mean everybody, I mean Hibachi. I'm talking about Zion. Nigga, he caught Randall on a bad night, and as bad as Randall is, Randall's gonna get some kickback.
That's because that nigga was hooping in them sketches, nigga. That's why.
AD, Paulo. There's so many battles that this nigga KP is gonna have to go through on a night-to-night basis on both the East and West. To the point where the nigga's gonna be running on whatever rejuvenation he got over the offseason. Oh yeah, that shit is gonna be done by.
That's where the question comes in right there. You think he can hold up through all that?
I just think, given start of the season, addition-wise, I think they hit the money. Now, as far as how long it'll hold up, I can't give you that.
Okay.
True.
Right now. Hey, well, let us know in the comments, you know what I'm saying, what y'all think as well, too. Is Porzingis really bad because it's just a fluke, yo? Let us know. Does this get Boston over the hump? Please just let us know, man. I hate to end it out on this note like this. So, yeah, we definitely going to get something else in here, you know what I'm saying? It really get... Listen, we going to get our... every single week, man, we going to give y'all the team of the week, and we going to give y'all the player of the week, man. So let's go ahead and end it on a good note here. Let's go get our team of the week. Drum roll. It's a fake drum roll. We ain't going to have a real one. But drum roll here. The Denver Nuggets, man. Denver Nuggets get our team of the week, 2-0 record. You know what I'm saying? 12th in points per game, rebounds per game. I'm actually shocked about that one. 27th in rebounds per game. I'm actually shocked. Assists, I'm not shocked about that. But listen, the Nuggets been hooping, man. They're coming out and they're proving, you know, why they were champions last year. They're trying to expand on what they did. They have what they feel as if a tight-knit unit. So it's cool to see that, man. Any thoughts on the team of the week from y'all?
One simple one. They picked right back up where they left off. It's scary for the league because where they left off at was unstoppable. So
they really did. Especially only I'm only surprised because I didn't really see them niggas add nothing. Like I ain't see them add nothing. So I guess this is a situation.
They lost something.
If it ain't broke, don't fix
lost.
You know, it's terrifying, bro. Like when you see Jokic just casually, and I mean casually in the most extreme sense I can say, like just effortlessly cook Anthony Davis. Like bro, I'm talking about just like he has an answer for like it's nothing. Like he has an answer for everything. Like turn around, hook shot in.
Right.
Oh, okay, take the shot. Got it, cash. Head spin, hezzy, and up past dish rock assist. Okay. Like, he's just
something about them Euro motherfuckers, man. Something about
bro,
it,
I'm cooking. Like it's crazy. Niggas sound like butter cooking. It looks crazy.
Oh my gosh! Like,
well, to keep it on that train, you know what I'm saying, of the European players, man. We're gonna give y'all our player of the week as well too. Drum roll for that, man. We don't have a real one, but
you know how it goes. Boom.
Luka Doncic, man. Luka has been balling. Okay, I think he had 41. He's averaging 41, 11. Yeah, man, come on. This is what Luka does, man. Listen.
Put about 3 more assists, 3-4 more assists, and then you got like prime LeBron of that numbers right there. You know what I'm saying? Put about 3-4 more assists on that.
I seen Luka do some of the most terrifying shit. The nigga was back then, 2 defenders on him. The nigga hit a one-legged turn around, like over the shoulder jumper with one hand.
Yeah. Bank.
Took pretty much a fucking hook shot from the arc.
What do you mean, bro? Like,
unfortunately for him, though,
he's just doing shit that's just not physically making sense. You know
unfortunately for him, bro, listen. If we know anything at this point in NBA history, it's not going to work. He's more James Harden than LeBron, and we all know that James Harden's style is not going to get you. Yeah, it's not going to get you a ring. That James Harden style is not going to get you a ring. So
it probably.
I mean, it is nice though. It's nice to look at though. We love, hey man.
You don't think the addition of Kyrie's gonna help?
Hold on. Is it too early to say that Hefe, your favorite boy, your boy Kyrie might be getting carried by a white boy. Maybe white men can jump. Is it safe to say that's what's going to happen? Because Kyrie is not looking decent. He looks crazy. He looks crazy, bro.
What was that word that y'all used earlier with Giannis? Was selfless. Nigga, Kyrie can do anything he want on the head. That nigga is a basketball wizard. Selfless. Kyrie understands that whose team this is. He understands. He tried to do it before with getting his own team, and it ain't work. You know what I'm saying? He knows that
Mavericks are honestly stupid.
You know what? That's gonna be
the Mavericks are stupid, man.
Yeah,
like they're willingly putting their team in a worse position, bro. Like that's just not a good combo of players, and like everyone knows it. Like I don't know why.
I'm not gonna lie though. The only person I will watch out for is that what's his name? Derek Lively. Oh, that nigga out the gym. And he jumping out the gym, bro.
That was a good
He
pickup.
Jumping out the gym, bro.
He does address the situations that they need at center defensively. He's gonna be an interesting player to watch, man. Listen, before we get up out of here, man, we're gonna preview the two key games that we're gonna cover next week, man. So I want to see what y'all think of who's gonna win these key games here. The first one, it's actually the first in-season tournament. This is happening on Friday. You know what I'm saying? First in-season tournament. It's going to be on ESPN. Listen, it's on ESPN. That's why it's a key game. That's why it's a key game, bro.
I still don't understand what that
Dame and them niggas, man. Listen, just go ahead and say who's going to win, bro. Nixon Bucks, nigga. Like, you get
Bucks, man. Bucks. I mean, what are we talking?
Okay, all right, bro. Well, the second game of that night, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We rolling with the Mavs or the Nuggets, man. That's gonna be a tighter game, probably. Because I mean, still, you got Luka doing what he's doing.
I'm gonna personally go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead with the Nuggets myself. I think they got enough. I think they got some good defenders that they can throw at Luka.
Battle of the
Euros.
Euros.
Going with the Mavs.
The Mavs? Ooh, okay.
That's only because I don't have a realistic standpoint of them winning, but I would like to see the Mavs.
Yeah, okay.
You go ahead,
Take it away.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick. I'm gonna pick these Nuggets, man. I don't know what niggas do. I'm going to pick these Nuggets, man. Go ahead, hop on over here on this Nugget side, man. I don't know
what I hate to tell you.
Do not put my picks in prize picks, y'all.
Don't throw no money on my picks, y'all.
Hey, we are not professional bettors. We are not professional. Yeah, I'm going with the Nuggets too. So 3-1, the Nuggets on that. So looking like Bucks and Nuggets for those games there, man. And we're gonna see how that goes. We'll definitely cover that next week, man. But listen, man, thank y'all for tuning into episode 1 of Full Court Press, hosted and presented by Inside Wolves, man. Make sure you go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all those post notifications so you don't miss a damn thing. I'm telling you, don't miss it. We got the socials below, so go ahead and hit up if you got any questions that you want to answer, any topics that you want to see. Please let us know, man. I'm Hefe, this is Rome, Q, and Juju. We signing off, man. Full Court Press.